Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Kavanaugh's Corner. Very glad to have you guys back with us here, and thank you for all those that have been commenting on my videos and hitting the thumbs up button and subscribing to the channel. We really appreciate you. And today I am very glad to bring you another 4K Blu-ray review that has been in the pipeline for a while, mainly because this movie came out and for some reason I just didn't pick it up. Probably didn't have the money for it, honestly. But thankfully this was another gift for my birthday a few weeks ago, and this is another really lovely gift from my girlfriend. And this is a movie that is very near and dear to my heart. I really love this film. It's a movie that I saw in theaters the day it came out, and honestly, it blew me away then. And rewatching it recently, it blew me away all over again. It's one of my favorite animated films of all time, and hands down my favorite Pixar film, and that is WALL-E. And WALL-E here is a really, really phenomenal release here from Disney. This is a 4K Blu-ray that I was really looking forward to. I really wanted to see just how good it would look on 4K, because I knew this movie had the detail level, and I knew the colors and environments and stuff could really benefit from a 4K release. And I have to say, they did a great job. Again, Disney did a fabulous job with this 4K disc. The new 4K disc, actually, I wanted to show you the set that is here before we go into it. We have actually a couple different things here that's kind of nice. We have the 4K disc on one side, and there's actually two Blu-rays here. So there's a Blu-ray with the main film on it, and then there's a secondary Blu-ray that has the special features. So it's actually a 3-disc set, which is really nice. It also includes a digital copy that does redeem in 4K on Movies Anywhere, which is a really great service. And again, I really, really enjoyed this. First and foremost, I want to talk about the picture quality on this disc. The picture quality on this guy, it does have HDR10 on the disc. These are ones that I kind of wish had Dolby Vision, honestly, but for HDR10, this movie looks absolutely stunning. I had seen this movie on Blu-ray previously, and I'm pretty sure it's the same Blu-ray that's included in here, but going from the Blu-ray to the 4K, the biggest thing that I noticed is detail level and color. Oh man, the color palette on this thing is greatly upgraded on this. And there's one instance I'm going to talk about in a moment. Detail level, especially the opening scenes on the trashed Earth, that, you know, basically there's like no spoken dialogue at all for almost a quarter of the film, honestly. Really impressive stuff. And the animations, the details on WALL-E are incredible. One thing I had not noticed in all the times that I'd watched this film is that WALL-E's eye, in one particular close-up, is actually, like, you can see reflections in his lenses. You can even see, like, the actual camera, like, almost like a shutter type effect that's actually in his eye. You can see, so his lens is kind of like adjusting. You can actually pick up on these things now, where it really was kind of hard to see on Blu-ray. You can really pick up on this detail, all the scratches and wear and tear that WALL-E has seen over the years. Very, very apparent now. When he goes into his little shack guy, his little trailer thing, with all his junk, you can see every little thing that's in every little nook and cranny of his little junk drawers that he has, little rotating junk drawers. It's just, it's amazing. It's really amazing. Even his little speaker there, you can see the little buttons on there have like all scratches and stuff. Stuff like that, I mean, that's the reason really to upgrade to 4K. And honestly, this movie here is a bright and shining example of that. it just kind of brings this richness to everything. The browns are very, very dark browns. The greens are very bright, vivid greens. The scene where Eve's ship comes down and you see those red dots really do look like what a laser pointer looks like to the naked eye. It's frighteningly good. That bright red, almost kind of fire red kind of color. It's really impressive. And I loved seeing Wally when he comes out from under the ground and his head is like molten. Because the jet blasts from the ship have basically turned his head bright red hot, and I love that. And again, you really pick up on these things now with this 4K, whereas before you could see these things, but they just weren't to that degree. It's really impressive. My favorite, though, my favorite moment that really floored me with this 4K is the fact that there is a scene where Eve and Wally go to his little trailer, and he's showing Eve like his collection of lighters, and Eve picks one up and lights it. And I have to say, it still to this day, I think, especially on this 4K disc now, you can really pick up on it. It has got to be the most photorealistic flame I have ever seen in an animated film. It really does look like what a Zippo lighter looks like. The flame of a Zippo lighter with the blue on the bottom and the red kind of reddish yellow orangey flame. And then you see it in the reflection of Wally's eyes, his lenses. It blew me away. I kind of like got a goosebump thing going. It was really, really impressive. And the rest of the whole movie is like that, honestly. The whole movie, the scene where Wally and Eve are flying around in space and he's got the little fire extinguisher. Again, it's shockingly incredible to look at. The blues and the deep blacks of space, the black levels on this disc are also basically perfect. I had no issues whatsoever. It's a Dolby Atmos track. It's a brand new Dolby Atmos track. Unlike some of the other Disney 4K releases I had seen in the past, this does not have any issues with sound levels. I didn't have any problems with that. They seem to have kind of nipped that in the bud, which is really good. But I will say the immersive audio in this is way better than most of the other 4K Disney titles that I've gotten in the past. Because of the sheer amount of stuff that flies overhead and the audio of things going over, there's a lot more opportunities to be used for immersive audio for this film. And they did take advantage of it for the most part. I'd say it's about 60-40, but they did take advantage of it. The ships, especially that scene where I was telling you where Eve's ship kind of lands and takes off, that really is a very booming, loud moment, and I have to say the Dolby Atmos really kicked in. That bass is actually fairly strong for a Disney film. I was pretty impressed with the bass levels on this disc as well. Overall, I had no issues with the sound. The music is just wonderful. The scenes where they play a lot of a couple of the songs from Hello Dolly, another one of my favorite films. Again, those scenes, that music, and you can hear Wally's voice, you know, as he like hums the songs that are in the movie while he's doing his work and stuff. It's adorable. I mean, it really is impressive. And Ben Burtt's work as Wally in this, again, legendary sound effects master, did basically all the sound effects that are iconic from Star Wars, being the voice of Wally on this. Again, it's amazing. It's an amazing work of art. Again, this is one of my favorite animated films of all time. Probably my second favorite next to Pinocchio. Just to be honest with you, Pinocchio is kind of always my gold standard in terms of animated films. That movie kills me every time I watch it. This is a very close second for me. Hands down my favorite Pixar film. Hands down my favorite computer animated film. And it really has a wonderful message. I highly, highly recommend you pick up Wally on 4K. I absolutely love this. And the special features on here are nothing to sneeze at either, so definitely some nice special features. I really love some of the stuff where they talked about the deleted scenes and stuff like that. There was actually quite a lot of stuff that was deleted from this. And I just love it. I really, really love this film. It's one of the few times I would say a Disney 4K is actually worth $30. I know it sounds crazy, but it's actually worth the $30. If you can pick it up for less than that, you've got a steal. I really, really love this movie. So, again, thank you so much for coming back to Kavanaugh's Corner. Really appreciate you coming back to the channel. And again, if you like this video, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe for more. Until then, until next time, please take care of yourself, be safe, and again, take it easy.